hello, 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 development. You have caught me at a point in time where I was not at my computer. Hello. It's me. Doing today? I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right. Could be worse. Could be worse. Could be a lot better. I don't know. I have today off, so I like slept in until like 1 p.m. So that's pretty good. Also pretty bad for my sleep schedule, but so it goes sometimes. The bill is definitely moving. Oh yeah, it's definitely moving like that for sure, for sure. Just start to get things set up really quick. Schedule's messed up with being off too. Yeah. It's weird. It's weird. It's like when I kind of depend on like working to have any sense of schedule. So when I don't have to work, I just kind of, I don't know, just sleep all day. Which then after that makes it that much more difficult to, you know, do anything at all. Someone has forked my repository. I always kind of like to see what people are doing with the forks. But that's right, I do keep an eye on my GitHub feed. But yeah. I actually kind of miss having an office to go into because at the very least I had like a schedule I had to keep so I wouldn't get too degenerate, you know? I don't know if that's weird or not, but it's like the fact that I may be fired at any points for, you know, or I guess not fired, but having a demerit on my reports, simply because I like forgot to wake up early enough to go into work. It's like, okay, well, better build my entire life around this. And you know what, you know, hit me with like a hail corporates or whatever. You know, you need a little bit of danger in your life so you have a little bit of structure. You know, with such a cushy job, I'm just like, I don't know, let's just do whatever that guy wants. No, corporate, yeah. Maybe we shouldn't be hailing corporate. I mean, I'm not really in a position to say no to hail corporate, I guess. Because, you know, my dad is definitely one of those libertarian types, shall we say. Believes in the only thing that really matters is the almighty dollar, etc., etc. So he was talking to his accountant, and he has an accountant who does his taxes for him. And his accountant was saying that, yeah, like you should get your son to set up like a separate retirement account so that he can hide some of his money in it. And I was like, it sounds kind of scummy, but like, I guess I'm actually like at that point where like I kind of do need to try to jump down a tax bracket almost. What a weird problem to have. It's like I'm not against paying taxes, but like, but on the other hand, this is putting me in a weird spot. It's like, one, I like having money, but two, I understand what the taxes are meant for, but is this how you fall to the dark side? It's like, oh, all I need to do is just jump down one tax bracket. And then suddenly, like 5 years down the line, you're like, all right, well, just make a charitable donation to my own charity. It's just write off all that, you know. It's a downward spiral, for sure. Well, there is a loophole, of course, right? Is that if you open up a retirement account before the end of the year, then anything, even if you don't put any money into that retirement account, it is still something that you can write off on your taxes for 2021 because, you know, 2021 taxes, at least in the US, assuming that you're from the US, right? Your taxes for 2021 are due like in March or something. So once you start getting around to doing those, then you can look up the actual tax brackets. I guess they're finalized at that point or something. And so if you see that you're on the edge of the tax bracket, then you can hide some money by putting it into like, it's not an IRA. I guess it is. It's a traditional IRA that you can open up. Roth IRA is tax advantage, not tax deferred. I think a traditional IRA is tax deferred. So you want to push up to $19,000 into that traditional IRA to hopefully bump yourself down one tax bracket so that your taxes for that year are lower. Yeah, something like that. But you do need to have just a traditional IRA set up in the year before. So, I mean, that's what I did. I was like, I don't know, it's free. It's free, I guess, and I don't have to fund it just yet, but it does feel a bit scummy. I'm not avoiding taxes, though. It's not illegal. This is just how the system works. You know, I'm playing the game. Blame the game, not the player. Is that the saying? IRS in here. Yeah, well. What I have said is simply a hypothetical. Although I do have I do have an account set up. It's simply a hypothetical. Please don't audit me. Actually, feel free to audit me. I think I've only made capital losses in most of my investments so far. So, you know what? They probably should audit me so that I can get some money back. Because I don't think I think I messed up my calculation last year. I think I messed up my calculation, and I think the government actually owes me $1,000, but, you know, it do be like that sometimes. Yeah, where you at, IRS? I'm right here. Let's see. Here's what we're going to do. So last stream, what we were working on was this thing. So check this out. Boom, boom. Oh no. So we have this thing here. So this is just working. So the lip sync stuff, look at that. I think something is kind of broken, but also it's almost completely unusable because it's running on the main thread. So if you look at the profile here, check this out. Oh my god, it's so bad. Every single spike you can see here is the lip sync job just running on the main thread. So it's absolutely killing performance. Are you aware of the value syntax? You know what Godot refers to that as? I mean, that's Lua style syntax, isn't it? I read the docs. I remember that, and I thought it was weird. Right? That's Lua syntax, or is that actually? Does that have a real name? Just found out it works in Godot. I guess if you like Lua syntax, I strongly dislike that one though. Did you know that used to be a bug as well? I'm not sure if it's defining an object or a dictionary. It's defining a dictionary. Yeah. I think if you look at the docs on Godot dictionary, I think it should give you that somewhere. I swear I've seen it before. Maybe it's here. Dictionary. Yeah, here. Oh, jeez. Yeah, Lua style. Dictionary has dot value access by default? Yeah, it does. It's pretty sick. Honestly, though, I'm not a huge fan of doing it unless you do it everywhere, right? I'm kind of more of the opinion that, like, there's only, like, the one correct way of doing things, which is why I hate Ruby. Have I missed this? I don't know. I think the the dot operations or dot access makes things really confusing, because then you're working. Okay, let's see. Yeah, it checks out. Likes weird shortcuts. I don't know. Nothing against Ruby, but like a lot of the Ruby code I read, it's just like, it's kind of obvious when you have different people working on different parts of the program, right? Because everyone kind of has their preferred way of writing Ruby for whatever reason. Whereas, you know, you're writing Python, GD scripts. There's really only Python has like the one way of doing things, unless you're working with strings, in which case it's a free-for-all. But, you know, everything else is fairly, you know, this is the one way to do it. There's more syntactic sugar in foot guns. Yeah, well, you know. Too many ways of doing the same thing. Yeah. I think I'm trying to get around to the Rust way of doing things. I think Rust lets you do things in like a Python way or like a C way, but then there's like the correct Rust way of doing things. But I think I think a lot of people can. It's really obvious that I'm not a Rust programmer. But yeah, the dot access on dictionaries always makes me think like this is an actual like object. This is a class, so that must have class methods on it. I don't know. I mean, that's what I like about Lua actually, is that you can just slap a method onto a table, and then that's your object. Big fan of that. I think GDScript will have that as well, since you can pass in lambdas. Or functions will be, I guess they're not first class, but they've been refactored to work like that in GDScript 2.0. Sorry, I've just been like looking at the code and then looking at this dictionary thing and getting like super twisted for no reason while like sipping from my drink. I don't know why I was doing that. Let's not tilt myself for no reason. What we're looking at. This is my previous implementation of the lip syncing stuff. So what I'm doing, of course, is I'm trying to build in lip syncing for this thing. Alright. So there's no lip syncing, just mouse tracking, but the lip syncing in theory works. I think there's currently a bug, so it's not working as expected, like with a confidence interval, but we'll see. The problem shared. Appreciate the discussion. There's no problem. That's what I'm here for, to just rant about random things. Hopefully try to finish my thoughts before I get too confused about anything and everything. Yeah, I had a few moments of introspection about the latest streams, and I was like, was I ever really able to finish a lot of thoughts? I remember starting to talk about just random things a lot, but I don't remember like actually wrapping up the idea. Which is generally bad, considering that, you know, this is kind of work practice, right? It's like, this is how I should be doing things when I do demos at work, you know? And so when you're doing demos at work, you don't want to be that person that's just like all over the place. I mean, you could, but probably not a good thing. I think that's it. Yeah, that's probably it. Are you self-conscious? Oh, sorry. You don't have people typing out at work often? I actually do. Actually, I do. You know, I'll be running a demo, and then you'll just have like random people on the side like, hey, this is, you know, Sri from the compliance team, which has happened a few times. Like, do you still need access to this? I'm like, I'm doing a demo right now, but I'm not doing it like on the client side. So like Skype doesn't change my status to do not disturb, so I still get like ping, 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 ping. Please. And I'm generally pretty bad at changing my status, unfortunately. That's one thing I'm kind of bad at. And I also refuse to get any better at it for some reason. So this is the lazy static stuff. Alright, so use create. No. Job. And we'll just import the one thing. Job. So this will be the job. This will be our runner. And then I'm going to have to rip out this stuff into this file here, I think. Yeah. Talking about demos, though, I think the last demo I did, super rough. Was it my fault? Yes, but also no. It's like I checked it the day before, you know, did the dry run through. Everything looked good, everything was green. Day of, decided not to test it. Because I thought, you know, I already checked it once. It's almost before the holidays. Let's just send it. Ran the demo. Everything broke. I was like, I was like, yeah, it's the demo curse, everybody. It was working this morning. Not really, but it was working yesterday. But I'm not going to say that. Okay. Algorithm. Grab all of this stuff. I think on the job I'm going to need to implement... What did I use the job here for? What does the job do? Register lip sync. Doesn't this start the... Oh, no. Starting the thread runs you here. Here. Start thread. Where is it? Schedule a job. No. I did this somewhere. Or is this in the previous commit and I just lost it for some reason? Like I remember I did a thing here that kind of broke a lot of stuff. So this is adding the signal stuff. Emits, no. Where is this used? Oh, start thread, yeah. Joy of doing it like, yeah, always do it live. Pre-recordings are for nerds and people who are probably better at running demos than me. I don't know. I think there's something about doing a demo live that just imparts a bit more confidence, in my opinion. It's like if you show me a video, I'm just gonna be like, I don't know, I don't care. But when you run it live, you're like, my body's ready. Job, lip sync job, by the way. This is it. Input, no, is complete, should stop. Okay, so that's what we want. Live, I see you know what you're doing. Yeah, totally. Definitely, absolutely. No doubt about that. I mean, that is what they pay us for, right? Is the confidence. So, because of course what we're doing, like, you know, what I'm demoing is not super complicated. It's actually, like, what I've been working on for, like, the past year is almost, like, completely nothing. It's just a few integration points. Like, you could teach, like, a new graduate how to do this kind of stuff. But, you know, and then pay them, like, rock bottom. Or you could, you know, have me do it. Not exactly a new grad anymore. You know, we can call it 5 years of experience at this point. I think it's closer to 3, but what's a little number fudging between friends? So let's see, job. So we'll have public function execute. So this will need, should this be executing on every single Yeah, this should be executing just constantly, right? So this takes a reference, a mutable reference to ourselves, and then we'll, you know, store some sort of data inside of there. So there's your execute function. Then we'll need some way to push data into the job as well, I think. I'm trying to think. Maybe I should be boxing this instead, instead of just having this kind of exist on the object. That's what resumes are for. Yeah. Resumes. And you know what? I don't think I've ever had anybody, or I guess any recruiter, actually vet my resume. At least like the job history. Yeah, as mentioned a million times before, the only thing I really have recruiters like ask me about on my resume is like how do you do, you know, this and, or like how many stars do you have on your GitHub, or like are we allowed to contact this prior person? I'm like, no. You're not allowed to contact them. No, that's fine. Still get the interview though. So vowel estimate. All right, so I'm gonna move all of this stuff into, so data point, phoneme, and then vowel estimate will just go into the model file, because I think we need to access this in multiple places. So we'll just clean it up, you know. Data points. Grab all this stuff. Oh, I've had that every time in NA. Nice. I don't know. I feel like it'd be kind of awkward to, I guess, have like a recruiter actually call your boss and be like, hey, does this person actually work here? And then be like, yeah, this person actually works here, but like, who's asking? I was like, oh, I'm just a recruiter with another company. Like, oh, okay, well. Could be a good thing for you, actually. For you, I mean me, but you'd be like, oh, are you trying to do a thing? Should we perhaps give you a raise? Hmm. Might be nice. Like I technically did get promoted, right, to, you know, senior software consultant, right? But they gave me just a very sad little raise. I was like, oh, I guess I've been here too long. They know they've got me. Time to leave. Once of course they give me the promotion, but not to brag, but I also have not gotten it yet. So I shouldn't say I got the promotion, but it will happen eventually. Next year. January 3rd, that's a Monday. Yeah, one of those. Where the job hopping is the way to actually get raises in tech. Yeah, or at least, like, at the very least, job searching, and then, you know, once you get the offer, don't actually accept the offer, but show your boss the offer letter and be like, hey, I want a raise. What do you got? That's what I hear you're supposed to do. Right, so save model. We'll want to use model here. Mod model. It's a very Java style way of doing it. All right, so this is going to throw a bunch of errors now, so that's okay. I think probably want to have all of this stuff be in model as well. I'm not sure if that's a good idea. We'll give it a try. Nope. Yeah, one of these. But, you know, job hopping, that's kind of it's pretty much the norm, right? Like, that's what you're supposed to do, especially if you are generally younger. That's what you're expected to do, so if you don't do it, you're kind of going against the grain and making it difficult on people who are trying to make assumptions, which may or may not be bad, you know. Unfortunately, it's just easier to blend in and go with the flow. That's how I see it, at least. Might be a bad take. You know, I'm no martyr. I'm just here to do my own thing. We'll blend in 9 to 5 or however long I need to be there. And then we'll be fine. Alright, so let's slap these over here as well. So you'll have all of these. Then I'll just need to import these I'll need to import them as well. So we'll keep these constants in lip-sync rs because these are the signal names. Alright. So say goodbye, lazy static. Constants, probably need this as well. Put these here. So delete this. We'll just fix it later. This will need to move to job, I think. So when we initialize the job, we'll need to, yeah, when we initialize the job, we'll need to also feed in probably a log of the user peak 3 and peak 4, etc. But for now, this will just return job. Is complete. True. Should. What's the difference between is complete and should stop? Should stop. True. Oh, so is complete refers to whether or not the job is done running its calculation. Should stop indicates that the job should just stop running entirely, regardless of is complete status. Okay. So peaks 3. Yeah, we can definitely put all of these onto. I don't know. Like, we need to run all of this calculation, this entire update calculation on a thread, which is what the job is for, right? So the thread will just run continuously until you shut it down, but then the job will just run this kind of, this entire block of code that looks very scary to look at. Use create model, use everything in there. Spending 3 hours for one line of code fix. Oh yeah. Well, you can think of it like that, right? Like, you're not being paid to, hopefully you're not being paid by the line, right? You're being paid to get a job done. So that's how I like to think about it. Even if you didn't spend all day just typing into a computer, you're being hired for expertise, not for lines of code. I think some people are definitely paid by lines of code, though. After watching some of the, I suppose, other people work, I'm like, oh, there's no way that they don't get paid by lines of code. All right, so this is implemented. RMS is implemented on algorithm. So samples executes. So I think, I wonder if I should run this on a thread and then also set up a multiple producer, single receiver thread. So the job will, oh, that's confusing, but I think that's what we're gonna do. Because it does make sense to me. Side project, oh well, okay. Feels bad, man. Give it a try. Where is it? This thing, Godot text-to-speech. I'm not actually using the text-to-speech library, but I did see that they're using this, MPSC. So channel and then receiver So I'm going to do the same thing here. Probably will need like a job creator, basically like a job factory. It's a bit weird. So this will create both a job and the receiver, I think. Huh. I don't know. Or maybe it'll be better just to have Rust two-way channel. Yeah. Crossbeam channels using message passing to transfer data between threads. So I need two-way. So yeah, this is only single direction. Unidirectional channel passing. So I don't want to do that. So we move the transmitter into the thread. Okay. So it's unidirectional, whereas bidirectional. So I know crossbeam channel is a pretty good one. Multi-producer, single. Yeah, crossbeam is the most recent one. I think I might look into this. Because the implementation that I've been using, which is just an atomic reference count, seems a bit weird. Concurrent programming, channel. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Here's an alternative to sync multiple producer single channel with more features and better performance. Crossbeam channel. Bounded, unbounded. Both functions return a sender and receiver, which represent the two opposite sides of a channel. Yeah, so how do I do bidirectional? Senders and receivers can be cloned. Zero capacity, yeah. Can be cloned and sent to other threads. Note that cloning only creates a new handle to the same sending or receiving side. It does not create a separate stream of messages in any way. Yeah, that's fine. Also possible to share senders and receivers by reference. What's your side project, by the way, if you're still around? You can tell I'm starting to get bored from reading this. Let's see. How do I do bidirectional? Bidirectional. Was this in here? No? Multi-producer, multi-consumer channels. Yeah. That's probably okay. Bounded. I got a stream manager, overlay, chat redemption, Godot editor, controller plugin. Oh. So basically everything. Nice. Godot editor. Well, if you need to look at a reference, I've done something like that. All-in-one solution. Very nice, very nice. You're doing it all in GD script, or I mean, yeah, I guess you are doing it in GD script because you did mention the Lua thing at the very start. Got it all working, just moving it all into Godot now. Wait, so it wasn't in Godot before? What does that mean? Or what, are you saying it like you're moving it, like converting it into a plugin now? Is that how it works? Okay. You know what? This might be what I want. I'm looking at it. Could be what I want. So this is channels. I think we're just gonna use like a double direction channel. So we'll send and receive on the same channel, and that should be okay. So how do I use this crossbeam channel? Be server right now. So in JS before, I want to keep the code base in one language until the Twitch SDK comes out. Oh yeah, Twitch SDK. I'll need to update this stuff once the Twitch SDK is it's a thing now as well. The Twitch SDK though, that's going to be in C++, I'm assuming, right? So you would need to write a G native thing to hook into it, as opposed to just using a WebSocket server, which I found to be pretty easy. Alright, so I think I have the crate, by the way, so we should be good. And then looking at this, which is sharing channels, we'll have a standard thread and then also just a crossbeam channel. So with SDK and GD extension come out at the same time, I don't know when Godot 4 is even going to get a beta, shall we say. Something that's fairly stable. Stable enough. Like the Godot alpha, I've used the pre-alpha a few times, you know. Just been compiling it myself. Is this not re-exported, by the way? Crossbeam. What do you got? Crossbeam. Ooh, atomic. Utils. What do you got? How do I... Eh? Am I misreading this somehow? So this is the crossbeam channel crate. So do I actually need crossbeam channel, not crossbeam? Give that a save. Nope, didn't think so. Where is this? Am I misunderstanding how to use this? Not the documentation, repository. Tools for concurrent programming. Got any examples? What does your cargo look like? Use WebSocket for subscriptions? So there's two things. There's the Twitch chat API, which is WebSocket. Yeah, it's IRC, but it's communicates via WebSockets. It's a bit weird. And then there is the Twitch pub sub API, which is also WebSockets. I mean, and then yeah, that's basically it. Hey. Oh, okay, so this is what I need. Let me tag to 5.1, I guess. So then we'll get the channel, crossbeam channel, and then this will be, we'll get the bounded one, that'll be okay. What was I looking at? This one, bounded. Oh, you're not doing it in GD script? What? Looked over at the wrong time. Oh, no. So Friendly Potato Stream, which is this thing here, is written in GD script. It's entirely in GD script, so it should be fairly portable everywhere. So you don't need to worry about that. It should just work. Yeah. So it's entirely in GD scripts. It's all hooked up to all that kind of stuff. And I think pub sub, that covers channel points, which is the main thing. And then it also covers Twitch follows, Twitch subscriptions, and bits, but I don't have those implemented. I think those are just stubbed out. You need to look at what you're doing there. Open source. Yeah, it's open source. Everything is available on my GitHub. Look at that. So we click on it. I guess I can't click on it, but we can click on this. And I can actually point you exactly where you need to go. So that's my profile. How do I get to my repositories? This one. This one. Here. Look at that. Push this to the side so it's centered. Look at that. So we go to utils, service integrations, You can ignore base chat and YouTube integration. The code is pretty messy, to be honest. But what you're probably looking for, if you want the pub sub stuff, is just search for it. It's pretty gross since you need to use a separate WebSocket connection for each one. But what is this? Pub sub data received. Yeah, so this is the thing. So line 173, and then that should cover all the pub sub stuff, I think. Look at that. And then the Twitch chat stuff is just right above it. So everything is done via callbacks, because that's just how Godot works, so it's pretty tough. Yeah. Jeez, like, look at this. It's horrible. Oh my god. Like, the channel point stuff. The data is so, like, ridiculously nested as to be, like, nearly unusable. I think unless you had... I think it'd be nice to actually have almost like a Java style, whatchamacallit, like model thing to it. So like you don't have to just do like this super nested dictionary access, but that's for someone else to do. This works for me, and it hasn't broken yet, so. You know what? I didn't realize. When did I implement this? I could probably just hook this into whatever the current implementation is, but it's also hard for me to test because I could just give away like $5 and see what happens, but I'm not in it for the subscriptions, unfortunately. An HTTP server to handle this stuff? Like a separate HTTP server, or are you extending Godot's HTTP server thingy? Hub function. Let's see. Probably like a create job. So you only want to create one job at a time, and then this will give back. I wonder, can you do tuples in Rust? I always kind of forget if you can do tuples or not. Don't want to give back an option. Let's see, because I need to return the sender and receiver from Crossbeam. So Crossbeam, what are these? So I need to send these somewhere else. Crossbeam channel. I suppose that they're at the very bottom. Channel types, sender, receiver. So are these just in sender and receiver? Like right here. So bounded, sender. Nope. Where are you? How do I access you? No, they are here. Right, so this should be sender, receiver. The TCP server, they haven't exposed the HTTP server to GD scripts. Yeah, they haven't, yeah. TCP server, though. Godot TCP server. Is that exposed? You know what? That is exposed. That's neat. I didn't know that. I used to just be working with their, I think it's Godot HTTP clients. But then I figured that was too much work. Yeah, HTTP clients. So I think a lot of like, most of my implementations are just using like HTTP request node. Like I wrote a MongoDex reader. So MongoDex, I'm a, may or may not be a weeb. Still up for debate. But I did something like that. Okay, yeah, I didn't think you. Well, you know what? This will work. Yeah. But yeah, that stuff for the MongoDex reader, that was implemented using exclusively HTTP request nodes, all bundled up into like a what's it called? A client pool. So it's somewhat neat. The only complicated part was like pooling and then getting the next available clients. But after that, it just seems to work, right? Pub struct job message. So what messages would we want to pass back and forth? Not sure. Yeah, I also don't think that you can. Oh, no, you can totally do this. So we'll create, what is it? Channel types. What was the sharing channels? So let's just copy this part. Receiver 1 is equal to bounded. What is bounded need? Creates a channel of bounded capacity. Yeah. I wonder, like, what would unbounded do? Can send any number of messages into the channel. Like, I guess it like it doesn't matter. Or actually, no. If you, what happens if a bounded channel creates a channel that can hold at most 5 messages without blocking? Okay. Special case is 0 capacity channel, which cannot hold any messages. Instead, send and receive operations must appear at the same time in order to pair up and pass the message over. Okay, yeah, I think that's okay. So we can just block. Otherwise, I'm not sure what would happen. Or, you know what? 10. I know I said it would be okay, but I've changed my mind. Maybe Godot will be a bit too slow and then it doesn't work. So I think doing it this way gives us a little bit of time for us to, you know, start sending stuff over. Or for at least for things on the Godot side to catch up. So we can let messages pile up a little bit. So R2 clone. And then we'll just do S1, no, S2, R2. Something like that. Create job, so then we'll also need to create a job. So let's job equal. We don't need to know about the job at all either. So this one will be job will be equal to job new thread spawn. Nope. Yeah, standard thread spawn. Done. And then we're gonna move the job into the thread, and then I can start looking at this code here. This code here. Start thread, yeah. Then we probably want to do. This is going to be like a super tuple, isn't it? Actually, no, because I don't need the join handle. Yeah, no, we just need to match on this, and then, you know, okay. Do a thing. If there's an error, then do a thing. We'll figure out what thing we're actually going to do at some point. Mismatch types. Expected struct thread join handle found enum if. That should be okay, right? So we spawn, move all of this stuff, and then run some logic on that. Doesn't spawn return a result. No, it returns a join handle. Okay, well. Oh, because I need to use the builder. I always forget. So the builder returns the thing. So let builder equal thread builder. Yeah, and then we can use the thing. So this is builder spawn, and then that returns a result. Yeah. Done. There we go. So we won't use it just yet, but we will move S1 and R1 into the thread, or we'll move job into the thread, and then we'll also move, Actually, I don't know. How do we want to do this? So the job just needs to contain some data, and then I guess the job struct doesn't actually need to know about the sender and receiver. We just need to, you know, listen and then see if there's anything there, right? And you know what? I'll be right back. I did chug like a liter of water right before the stream. I was very dehydrated when I woke up from my nap. BRB. Alright, hello, I'm back. So I was thinking about this, using the restroom. I was thinking, why can't I just use MPSC and create two channels? Because these use the same channel, right? These use the same channel. So if you clone these channels, like cloning only creates a new handle to the same sending or receiving side. It does not create a separate stream of messages in any way, right? Which means that's like when I would send on, you know, on the channel S1, R1 and R2 would receive the same message, which means I would need to filter out, you know, messages from ourselves, which I don't want to do. That doesn't make any sense. Why would I want to do that? So instead, I think we can do this. So boom, sync MPSC, and then we'll create just two channels here instead. So say goodbye. These will be, what are these? MPSC channels of some sort. So get rid of these. So it's MPSC, hold on. Get rid of this so I can get code completion again, hopefully. So this is MPSC, and then there's also channel like receiver and stuff. So there's presumably a sender and a receiver, probably. No, is this not what they're called? No sender in sync. Do these just exist in MPSC? Is that something I can just have? So we do MPSC. Okay, these exist on MPSC. Okay. So we'll go back to create job. We'll return a tuple and then just hope it works. Oh, hello, Insectwell. How are you doing today? I'm an anime girl today because I am working on lip syncing for this application. When's your hentai releasing? I don't know. I mean, does this count as hentai if I like flash? Oh no, no one saw anything. I feel no shame, mostly because I'm not actually an anime girl. Sorry to break it to you like this. Please don't report. Alright, gotta head out. Hope you have a good rest of the stream. Thanks for dropping by, fellow man. Hopefully I'll be done with this before the new year. I do want to work on like a different side project as like the, I guess the main non-game project. Like this has been pretty good. so far. I've been working on this as the main like tooling project for like a year though. I'm starting to get bored of it. So once I'm done with this, and once I'm done with automatic expression detection, you know, we can be like, this is done, you know? It's good enough for me. Oh, you know what? This is actually RX2. But yeah, take it easy. Sorry, I bored you too much. There's not going to be too many graphics. I understand. I take no offense. So this will be TX2 and then RX1. And so that's how I'm going to... Oh, did I unwrap? This should be channel. Have fun? Yeah, I'll try. It's mostly just going to be me struggling with Rust as it goes. Alright, so transmitter 2 and then receiver 2 will be returned. Can I do that? Or is that not something you can do? Or I did these in the wrong order. Okay. BRB, alright. Don't worry, I'll still be here. Alright, so this is sender. We'll call these senders and receivers. And then we are, just move that. Receiver. Then this one is S2, R2. My favorite Star Wars character. Alright, so that should be good. So then lip sync on this side, on the left side, will have a handle onto the one pair of the S2, R2 things. So you kind of notice that I've actually staggered the numbers here. So this is S1, R2, which refers to the first channel pair. So S1 sends to R2, and then S2 talks to R1. Yes. Yes. Got a little confused, but yeah, that makes sense, I think. And then here, what am I looking for? This. Yeah. So inside of the thread, we'll do, we don't need to lock the job at all, right? But I guess we could. Yeah. But what we will have to do is just listen for anything that comes across on the channel. So we'll need to send a message at some point. So we're going to be moving send 1 and then R1 into the thread. How do we receive? So we'll need to receive at some point. So where's the receiver? Set rate. No. I've seen it before. It's not at speak, it's in process. Try receive. Okay. So if let okay some sort of message is equal to so it'd be R1 try receive, right? Then we'll match on the message, and the message is just going, well, we don't need to match on the message, we can just do something with the message, right? I think otherwise then we'll need to, well, okay, so what things do we have on the receiver? So let's look at Rust MPSC. That's Go. We don't want Go. Can I click on anything here? Please send me to the docs RS, please. Docs RS. Rust MPSC docs. Channel. So it creates a new asynchronous channel. Yeah. what functions do you have? So you have a receiver, which is what we want to look at right now. So what does try receive do over just regular receive? Attempts to get a pending value on the receiver without blocking. This method will never block the caller in order to wait for data to become available. Instead, this will always return immediately with a possible option of pending data on the channel. This is useful for flavor of optimistic check. Compared with receive, this function has 2 failure cases instead of 1. Okay, well I don't care about empty buffer, that's fine. Attempts to wait for a value on this receiver. Okay. Yeah, I think I don't care if the data's empty, that's okay. But we do want to do this. So if there is a message, we want to do something. Otherwise, that implies that we ran into an error. Yeah. Yeah, this implies that we ran into an error if we ever send, yeah. If we ever run into a receive error when calling receive, that means that the corresponding channel is hung up without us knowing about it. So we can hit it with, you know, a Godot print excited. Error when receiving job data. Right. That should be okay. Could not find macro Godot prints. Okay, so use GD native prelude all. Yeah, there we go. And then how do you exit from a channel again? Should be, yeah, we'll just break out of this. So this will be a loop, by the way. So loop, boom, boom, yeah. There we go. So this is a big loop. If we ever run into any errors, then we'll just break out of the loop. And then because we just have job data as well, if we receive things and we want to update things on the job, so job should just have, let's see, samples. Samples is, what is this? Some sort of vec f32, so that can be a slice. Or we can just clone it, that's fine. So. And actually, these don't need to be public anymore either. And actually, the job doesn't need to be public either. Yeah, like that'll be okay. Yeah? The only thing that needs to be public is the job message and create job. Yeah. So this is input, right? Which will be some sort of vec f32, which will come from Godot. Oh, hello, Needle Mouse. I'm not clicking on that. Definitely not clicking on that because you did say sperm in the message. That's pretty weird. Not gonna lie. You know, one quick way to make sure no one ever clicks on your message. Doctors hate them. That's a joke. You never know, man. You never know. Can never be too careful, especially since like I have all my screens currently broadcasting. Is it drawing? We'll click on it on my other screen. Wow, lewd. 100%. What is this? I am looking at it on my other monitor. I have seen worse. For sure. Remember when like 2 girls, 1 cup was a thing? I might be a bit too old. That might be a little out of your age group. Now that was weird. Oh, shut up, please. What a great video, right? I still have my doubts as to whether or not it's real, but that might not be for me to say. Alright, so execute will do a thing, and then won't return anything either? Yeah, I think that's okay, right? Yeah. So let's new data equal none, right? And then type annotation. So this needs to be probably like an F32. No, not an F32. This needs to be a vec of, no, this needs to be a typed array of U8s. What's the problem? Why can't I do this? Comparison operators. Ooh. Is this not a... Ooh. That's not how you're supposed to do it. Is this how you're supposed to do it? Optional none of this type. Ooh. It's kind of weird. I guess this is how you would do it though. Yeah. But yeah, we'll do all the parsing and whatever on the thread. We'll just clone this data and then immediately drop it. Yeah. So let new data be this, and then we can match on the message type. Oh, and you know what? This doesn't even need to be a struct. This can be an enum instead, right? So this is an enum. So this will be job message data, which will be some sort of data. How do I... All right, let's see. How did they do it? So there's some sort of ID, utterance ID. That's a struct, which is an option. I don't think I want to do that. I think... How do you put variants and enums in Godot? Rust. So Rust, enum, variant. Enums, Rust by example. Yes, this is what I want. See, like, so tuple structs, unit like, okay, so we can do typed array of U8. Or this can be, you know, shut down. Something like that. Yeah. And then here, if we have the message, then we can match on the message, right? So we'll match job message. If it's data, then new data will equal, I guess we'll just equal message, right? Message. Or message is already unwrapped, isn't it? What's your problem? Expected unit struct, unit variant are constant found tuple variants. To use the, oh, right. Boom. Some sort of data. Then new data, boom. I don't think that's valid. Now I'm thinking about it. Job message, shut down. Then we should just break, I guess. All right, so what is your problem? You're expecting an option, so we can just wrap you in a sum like that. Yeah, okay, cool. I think that's pretty good, right? Yeah, that's pretty good. So there's job message, so we want to either send in data, we can send in shut down, which will stop the current running job, or maybe No, that's pretty much it. Yeah, there's only like 2 enums, like data, which contains some sort of message, or shut down, which doesn't contain any data, but causes the thread to stop via the break statement. And then if we ever get an error, we'll need to print something and then also send over a message as well. So the sender will always have to be a job message. Yeah, so we can do this one as input data, right? And so we'll never need to listen for output data, I think. Yeah. But here, what we want to do is we want to send out the vowel estimates. Yeah, so this will be output data. Output data, which is going to be of this type here, which is going to make things difficult. Cannot find vowel thingy in this scope, which makes sense. Is vowel estimates not... Oh, it's not public. Cool. Neat. So that'll be okay. This... I guess that'll also be an error, right? So if we receive anything other than that, I think we'll want to Godot print something. So Godot print when receiving job data. Yeah, basically like it's an invalid event. So just don't do anything at that point. Or when matching job data, just so we don't get super twisted. So, what do we want to do after that then? So if we have input data, then we'll want to do something with our current job. Probably just job executes, and then executes will take... Oh, you know what? Then we don't need any of this stuff, right? We don't need to construct a new job, we just need to... Yeah. Yeah, like there doesn't need to be anything on the job. It just needs to be a thing that is there, right? So then, yeah, it's just function new job. Yeah, it's beautiful. This will take. Oh, that's tough actually. Now I'm thinking about it. Because I don't think it's a good idea to pass in all of this stuff just like that. Because the peaks 3 log, peaks 4 log. I don't know actually. Maybe we can hold on to the logs on the lip sync side, and then the job will just emit data for us. So yeah. So that's okay. So this will be data. Data will be some sort of a reference to a vec of F32s. No, a reference to typed array. Right, typed array. Typed array of unsigned 8-bit integers. Right. Okay. So then I just need to move all of these functions over to the job. So the lip sync is mostly just the main entry points. Yeah. So function, grab all of this stuff. This is pretty easy. So do this. That just works. Beautiful. Comment this out. Now, the next thing is RMS. That's okay. Yeah, so this will be, we'll call it the stream. This is, yeah, because this is the raw stream from Godot. That's all right. Let samples equal read 16-bit samples. I suppose that would need to be That's alright. Eh. This is probably okay as well. Just doing it like this. We'll take in the stream and then give us out samples. Cannot find this in scope. That's alright. Kind of weird doing it like this, but okay. Expected struct. This thing found a reference. That's okay. If we make this a reference as well, what's the problem here? Alright, that works. So this is samples, and we do create a new vector of F32s from this. Then RMS is equal to just RMS from samples. Slice, that's mostly just the same. This will need to return some sort of value since we're changing how this all works as well. So the biggest change is that we're running this on a different thread, and then we're doing all communication via channels, very Golang-like. And then we just set up 2 separate channels as opposed to one bidirectional channel. Because on the bidirectional channel, you'll also, I guess, like send to yourself as well. So it's a bit weird. You need to filter out all the noise somehow. So instead of doing that, we'll just use a bit more system resources. That's all right. Greater than or equal to FFT samples. So that should be coming from model. Is this? Yeah, okay, so public constant. All these just need to be public. I think this needs to be public as well. Look at that. It's beautiful. So our samples length is less than or equal to FFT samples. Oh, you know what? Let's just do less than FFT samples. Then we'll just return early. Right? So to do add return value. Otherwise, yeah, I guess this can return some sort of option, but I need to figure out what option it needs to be. It's probably going to be the vowel estimate, so this will return option vowel estimate, right? So this one will just return a none. This one will return a none for now, just so I don't get errors. Yeah, so early return. Very Golang-like, for sure. So we'll start spacing things out. Look at that. So let's... Wait. I did this in the wrong order. So do that. And then we can call this data. So data, we can just use the same thing, right? It doesn't matter. So data as slice, and then this needs to be mutable because there's no reason to just hold on to the original samples because it's only used in this one place. Yeah. So we'll just mutate the existing data. So let data, so we don't need this part. So data is equal to data, and then we'll slice it. Boom, boom. FFT samples as F32 times 0.5. Don't know why they do that. As a U size. To back. It's a bit weird. It's a bit weird to be sure. Yeah, it works though. Pog. I think everything else will just work up until we get to the bottom, right? So we'll grab hamming to RFTT, because, yeah. Normalize, blah. Yeah. This is mine now. Your code is mine. I wrote this, so it's not stealing. Okay, before sample array. That is going to be tough. So this one needs to be immutable self. This needs to actually have a field on it called before sample array. And so what was lip sync RS using for before sample array? That was just a vec of F32s. Then this one needs to take in, it's just a excited vector of nothing for before sample array, right? So what else we got? Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Oh, and then everything else is just implemented for me. Nice. Well, actually, wait. Get peaks. I think some, this doesn't seem right. Isn't it the last bit, the most important bit? Yeah, get vowel. So that needs to be implemented here, and this is also pretty tough. So there's get peaks. Get peaks average. Get distance from dB, which takes all of this stuff. Push peaks, which will be tough as well. So these should be fine. Push peaks can't quite do that just yet. Push peaks, this is used in estimate val, because we need to hold on to those values here. Yeah, okay, so we'll just need to have all of these implemented as well. So boom, boom, that's not hard to do. Just copy and paste over here. The only difference is that this will just be like on the thread, or on a thread. So standard collections, vectq, there we go. Should be fine. Yeah. And then get distance from dB. Then we can go back down to here, push peaks, and then everything else will just be implemented like that. Update frame should be fine as well. Get vowel, push estimates. Yeah, I think that's it. Please. Maybe not. Phoneme. Phoneme is not exported, I think. So phoneme. Pub struct phoneme. So you should be good. So we no longer have any errors on phoneme. The hash map, need to import that. Where is it? The hash map. Give that a save. That's good. Vowel estimates. That's not public, so we'll make it public. Yeah. And that should solve most of my problems here. Oh, and then random. Use rand, and that's it. Alright, so this is good now. It's a bit weird. Unused import rand? It is used. What are you talking about? Yeah? Oh, this is in model. Hold on, I did this in the wrong place. You need random. So just kind of slap it into here. Get rid of crossbeam channel. Yeah, okay. Cool. So what are we not using here that's giving me an error? Okay, so that's the to do. And then here's an error here at the very bottom. Gen range. No method, gen range found for this. Okay, so we need to use RNG as well. How did I do this one? Okay, there's a lot. That's what you get for trying to do it from memory. Self, good job. Thread RNG, don't need that. I guess we just need RNG, huh? Yeah, okay. And we have all the expected things. So now we just need to implement the very, very last parts. Oh, we're so close. And I think there's some weird copy behavior going on as well. Because when I run the current binary in Godot, it doesn't actually give me like the confidence interval. But I think I can do all of this. Yeah, that should be fine. Val estimate. These are all private fields. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, okay, so we'll go to estimate. All of these. It doesn't matter if these are public or not. It's fine. Cool. So that fixes that. You're fine. And then, instead of emitting the signal, because there's no owner, because we cannot run it on a thread safely, instead we'll just return some, return some current vowel. That should be okay, right? That feels pretty good, actually. Right, there's all your logic on your job. So job executes, everything else is a private function. Yeah. There's your job message that we'll need for passing things back and forth. That's just an enum. Then here, we'll hit you with a let option, I guess. It's like the job result, but it's like, I don't know. Let vowel. Well, if let's, okay, vowel is equal to job executes. Wait. So I think this should block. So we should always have, wait. Isn't this how this works? Am I, hold on. I'm getting confused. I'm confusing myself. So I'm assuming text to speech, these callbacks will just kind of run, or no? Ooh. Map mute, and I do a thing. When do they run their text-to-speech thing? Like I can see that they do some setup here in the new function, right? Like they set up all the callbacks, but I don't really know. I guess it must work here in utterance. So they create a new utterance and then it just kind of works, I guess. I suppose this will just block. Creating multiple producers by cloning the transmitter. So hold on. Thread spawn, send, unwrap, blah blah. Try receive. We're using receive, which blocks the main thread's execution and waits until value is sent to the channel. So this should block the thread. Okay, well. I think that's okay then, right? Like this doesn't need to be wrapped in an option at all. Now I'm thinking about it, like if it's blocking, then this is okay. Then this is just a typed array, U8, I think, right? Then this is just this. Otherwise, I mean, we just return, so it's, so we will never get to this point. Oh no, mismatched types, expected reference, so we can pass in a reference to this. Right, this one, mismatched types, expected, option found result. Eh? This gives me an optional, right? Ooh? Is that not how that works? Expected enum option, found enum result. This expression has type option. Oh, some. Not none. Okay. Then we'll have the vowel, and then we'll send it, right? So this is S1. Send. The vowel, I guess. Well, it'll need to be job message, output data, vowel, like that. And then it'll just loop over again. Yeah, I mean, that feels pretty good. That feels pretty good, I think. Yeah. So we'll run through the flow once again. So in create job, so before we do that, let's start cleaning up lip sync, and then we can really start cleaning up everything. So updates, I think we still want updates, but that'll be based off of the Godot side. All of this stuff we don't need anymore. Just scroll, scroll, scroll. Don't get rid of the register part. We still want that. We'll need to import. This is just create job. So just use that, then use create. I guess we don't need any of this stuff anymore either. Like, it's really just the join handle. Oh man, we're just breaking everything, huh? Is recording not really needed? Oh, I need to use the restroom again. Turns out drinking a liter of water makes you really need to go. I apologize, I'll be right back. Hello, it's me. Oh, that's gross. Sorry. Was scratching my ear. I have a pimple actually inside of my left ear. Gross, I'm eating. Yeah, no, I have a pimple inside my left ear. It's been really hurting. Was scratching it, and it's just popped. I can feel it. Actually, most of it popped. It didn't all pop. Oh, it still hurts. It's making it hard to hear out of my left ear as well. What a a super inconvenient place to get a pimple. Ow. I'm actually kind of tearing up. Okay, so let's see. I think we want to create these like so. Like, we don't need any of these structs anymore. inside of lip sync, all we need to do is have the receiver and sender channels. So let's grab the MPSC stuff. So this is MPSC, right? Welcome to the squad. This will be MPSC. That was in, no, the MPSC is in standard thread, right? So thread MPSC, one of these. That should be correct. No. What is it called? What is it called? I was just looking at it. Sync MPSC. Sorry. Okay. So sync MPSC. MPSC, so we want the sender. No. Yeah. Sender. So this will be sender, of course. Sender of some sort of job message, and then this will be MPS receiver, right? Receiver of some sort of MPSC receiver job message. So we should be importing job as well. So job message, right? And then we'll also, I guess we'll need to do these individually. That's kind of tough. Use crate. I don't know. Wonder how people feel about wrapping things like that. I enjoy wrapping the the imports, but I know at work they highly discourage wrapping imports. But maybe it's because they're more like Java people, right? Because in Java, I don't remember you being able to wrap imports like that. But here, don't need any of this because this is all stored on the job itself. Now we just need to have a sender receiver and then just listen for those. So we'll do let sr equal job create job. Right, so that starts the thread, which means that how we approach this from the Godot side is also going to change. So whenever we want to start a job, we will just have to, you know, just completely send it. Yeah. Oh, you know what? I missed something. I do actually still need the join handle as well. So this will need a join handle. So thread. Okay, so we still have thread. You also need thread. And then this needs to have the join handle. So boom. Join handle, which is thread join handle, right? So this will return a tuple 3 of the sender, the receiver, and then also the join handle, the thread join handle. And so this one, join handle, yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it, right? Yeah. So this is like return vs2 r2. Otherwise, this is like missing generics for standard thread join handle. I guess what am I supposed to do with the join handle at this point? Like what am I supposed to do with this? What happens? Like the thread should just shut down. Maybe we don't need a join handle now I'm thinking about it. Wouldn't the thread just go away because we stop the thread here by calling break? It might be nice to block for the, you know, the join handle, the stop at some point. I don't know. Let's look it up. Rust thread. So join handle, boom, boom. Configuring threads. Let me see. What does the join handle do? Thread spawn. I don't remember. What is the generic supposed to be? Self join handle. Join handle is some sort of a nothing. It's just a nothing. Okay, that's okay with me. Yeah, okay. I forgot that was how I was doing it. So there's your join handle, JH. So, and we can guarantee that this will be here, otherwise we'll just panic, which is okay with me. So join handle is equal to join handle. Sender is equal to S. Receiver equal to receiver. Wow. Yeah, and then there's your job, right? So you'll have your register lip sync stuff, which is just where we register our signal arguments and all of that. Updates, we can take out all of the logic here. We no longer need this. Now update, all this will do is we will pass something into, oh no, well, I don't know. When you think about that, so how would I do something that's like callback driven inside of this? So I need some way for this to like basically pull for inputs, I suppose. But this is like request or pass new data, but then we also need some way to pull for data as well. So we do pub function pull. So I think just having a self would be okay. Then potentially owner, which is a reference to whatever the thing was originally, right? Like this is the link between Godot and GDScript and Rust. Hit it with an export. So we don't want to block, right? So we'll do a match on self dot receiver dot try receive, right? And then if it's okay, then we'll have some sort of value. We'll do a thing. Otherwise, you know, if there's error, then just don't do anything. That's fine. Well, I think depending on the error, we'll want to do something as well. But what does MPFC give me as the error? So I'm assuming that receive error. This has so if it's disconnected, that's bad, obviously. So we'll match on, well, if error is equal to, hold on, try receive error. If error is equal to MPSC try receive error empty, no, disconnected, then we'll do a thing. Otherwise we'll just kind of ignore everything, right? If it's empty, that's okay. If it's empty, that means that the job is still processing, which I think is okay. Oh no. Join handle, join handle, join handle, join handle. So this is also okay. This, I guess we can wrap these all in options. That's okay. Or we can wrap all of these in a results. Right? So this is a a result of all of these things. Is that okay? Can you do that? Ooh. I guess that's okay. And then this will just be an error. Ooh, wait, hold on. I'm getting confused. Is that how you do it? Is it error? Right. That's how you're supposed to do it. No? Expected type. All right. Can feel my my brain shrinking. This should be really easy. What's the generic error? What is the generic Rust error? That's all I want. Alright, this is what I want. Yeah? This enum takes 2 generic arguments, but okay. Rust result. I feel like I'm losing my mind. I used to know how this works. Now I'm just getting very confused. What's the generic error? Yeah. Rust by example. Parse a string. That doesn't really help. Recoverable errors. Yeah. What's the generic error? I don't remember. Yeah. Propagating errors. Well, I know I can create my own error. Okay, IO error. Well, it's not really an IO error. It's just like, what's the generic Rust error? That's all I want. Box dynamic error. What is the Rust default error? Error handling, error and STD. What is this? This is just a trait. Yeah, I know that. But how do I just get like the regular error? Yeah. I suppose it could be an option. That simplifies things for me. So then this will just be, this will be a sum, and this will be none. Actually, this will be none. Right, just like that. What's your problem? So error, expected one of something. So I have an error somewhere else. What are you expecting? Or is it because of, oh, it's because of you. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, okay, there we go. And then this is giving me an error because this enum variant takes 1 argument, but 3 arguments were specified. So this needs to be a tuple. Oh, that's not how you make tuples. Tuple. Yeah. Okay, it takes a tuple of 3 things. And then here in lip sync rs, this will be all of this, and then we can just expect unable to create job thread or something. So this will panic and let's be on our merry way. Yeah. Here, we'll want to go with, yeah, because I really don't feel like making my own error type. It's kind of a pain. So let's see. Real-time lip sync. How am I emitting data? Owner emits signal. Okay. So it's not really like a panic signal, right? But it's like lip sync shut down. What is your problem? Lip sync, MPSC, sender cannot be shared between threads safely. All right, well, prepare yourself. Unsafe impl. Because I think you have to do an unsafe impl for sync for lip sync. Yeah. Yeah, it has to be unsafe. Expected one of. Is this not how you do it? Or it's like this, right? Yeah, and then this has to be unsafe. That's fine. So now we don't have any more errors, at the very least, and we can try a recompile just to see what happens. So cargo, build release. Wait for it. Oh, crossbeam is still here. Hold on. We'll get rid of crossbeam. We don't need that anymore. We're just using MPSC. Oh, and then here, this is running into an error when standard boxed compare vector. So I moved everything out. So what is this working with? This is presumably a data point. So data point, which one of you? No? That's correct, right? Oh, okay. So we need to get the inner field of the boxed. So rust box. So I need to get the thing that's inside of it. What am I looking for? Is it inner? Pin into inner. I don't want to consume the box. I just want to get whatever is inside of it. I don't want to pin it. Like I can't do that though. And I'm also pretty sure that this algorithm is wrong. I guess we'll go back. Box, stack, and heap. Box values can be dereferenced. Okay, so let's try a cheeky dereference. Nope. Field 0 of struct standard boxed box is private. So this gives you a box with a data point inside of it. Like I need the inner piece. Give that a save. Is that not true? Field 0 of struct standard box is private. Rust box. Well, yeah, it's a struct, but like, don't. Yeah. It has an allocator, but we don't need anything that's on it, right? Otherwise, this doesn't make any sense. All right, so we're running into a bunch of other errors. Okay, so model, still need, is that a model? Yeah, that is a model. All right, so now we're running into other errors. Go back to here. I think that was an old error. So we dereference this. Type F32 cannot be dereferenced. Hey. So this is okay now. Alright, so now we're going back to here. Job, execute, cannot borrow a job as mutable as is not declared as mutable. Alright. Alright. Unused standard result that must be used. So we can match on this. So this will be match if it's okay. Like then I don't know, there's nothing to do, right? If it's okay, then we'll just do nothing. Otherwise, error. Some sort of error value, right? And then what we'll do is we'll hit it with a Godot print. Error when sending outputs from job. And then we'll just break. I think that should be okay. This pattern has 0 fields, but the corresponding tuple? There is no corresponding tuple. It's an empty value. All right, well, that's fine. Error when sending the thing. Don't know what it is, but that's okay. All right, then we'll just print out E. Right, that's fine. We'll give it a little bit of formatting, right? I think that feels pretty good. I mean, there's no more errors. Recompile. Oh, baby. He's done it. So the algorithm, that's rock solid. Probably. I mean, I have a few areas where I'm saying that something doesn't feel correct, but that's okay. And when we also have an unsafe sync implemented for a lip sync, yeah, here we'll need to pull. So I think we'll need like another signal. So we'll need to connect to a few signals, right? So there's like the error signal. There's the job complete signal, updated signal, I guess, if that's whatever you want to call it, right? Then there's like the, because it's like panicked is okay, right? Panics. We'll just omit the panic. Panic, we should never disconnect, or shall we say the thread should shut down when we tell it to shut down. And so we should never receive this error, I think. Yeah. All right. So given an MPSC though, in Rust, so Godot, no, it's not Godot, Rust MPSC. Give me the docs for this again. So that's the channel. How do I shut down the channel? Right, so this is the receiver. How do I shut it down? I guess we can just drop it. So then we'll need to have something here to indicate whether or not we should even try to pull. Yeah. Yeah, so I think we'll still emit this signal, I guess. Yeah, it'll be okay. There's possibly, there are possible erase conditions, but I'm okay with that. We'll erase condition a little bit. A little bit of erase conditions never hurt anybody. So pull, this will just be, so this will be some sort of message data from the job. So the job message looks like, all right, what's your problem? Variance is never constructed. So you'll have an input data. Yeah. That's fine. Then this, okay. So we'll need to do two things here. One, We don't need to have the reference to the owner, but that's just part of the parameter definition. Here, we'll get the job message, and then it'll be of type output data. So if not, well, if v does not equal job message output data, then we'll want to do a thing. Cannot binary operation partial equality. Okay, so let's do that, right? So derive partial equality. That should be fine. So what's your problem? Hey. Use parentheses to instantiate this tuple variant. Ooh. Like I don't care what's inside of it. Wait. Okay, I just wrote it completely incorrectly. So this is some sort of job message. Mismatched types, expected enum. One of these. Can I do that? Destructuring can only be... Okay. Ooh. Can only be used on the left-hand side. Not allowed here. That's okay. Yeah, I mean, there's... Cannot... Eh? Binary operation cannot be applied to type. Ooh. It's not a function. How am I supposed to check a type against an enum variant? Rust check enum variant. Sure. All right. Yeah. I mean, you want me to. Yeah. I mean, that's what I'm doing, more or less. You want me to do like this? That'd be okay. Foul estimate? I mean, yeah. How do I do this? As of, so there's the discriminants, you'd have to match the tuple. Oh. What a pain. What a pain. All right. Either okay, so we can match. That's fine. Match v. So there'll be job message, output data, and then they'll give me output data OD. Otherwise, I think we don't want to do anything, right? Actually, like that should be an error if we ever get anything else other than what we're expecting. Yeah. Okay. So probably what we would want to do is just try to shut down because we got something that we were 100% not expecting. Binary option cannot be applied to type A. Where? 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 Huh? What? This is correct. Huh? Where? Huh? Binary option equal cannot be applied to type thing and implementation of partial equality. All right, well, I'm not doing that anymore, so. There we go. That should be fine. Value is never constructed for shutdown or input data. This one we should be doing self sender send job message shutdown. Be okay. This might need to be mutable, or we can just expect, right? Expect unable to shut down thread, shutting down anyways, due to unable to shut down thread due to error. Do shut down thread due to invalid message. Or when shutting down thread because of invalid message encountered. Invalid message again. Hold on. Or encountered error. Yeah, because this is in the expect, so we should be able to send the message. If that doesn't work, then we're just kind of like in a weird spot. Now here's your output data, right? Boom. So I'm pretty sure this is just owner emit signal, and then I have this done here. So where is it? I emit the signal somewhere. Invoke callback. Yeah, emit signal. So this is just lip sync updated. Variant. What was result doing here? Like this one destructured. Yeah, okay, so it destructures the stuff. Okay. Let's think. How do I want to do this now? We can keep this as a to-do. So, in job, or no, inside of hue, vowel estimate. Okay, yeah, I remember this. Yeah. So this is variant. Where is it? I did it somewhere. No. He's losing his mind. From dictionary. From dictionary. This will be dictionary from OD. Right. Should be fine. Wait for it. What is your problem? So mismatched types, expected reference found struct. Consider borrowing here. Okay, yeah. Neat. So give that one more compile just to make sure. We're all on the same page. Okay. So here, updates. We'll need to see if we are okay to pass in new data. Perhaps, or actually no, I think we can just send it, right? So we do self sender send. This will be a new job message input data stream. We might need to copy it as well, or we can just expect, right? So unable to send stream to thread, something like that, right? I think that's all right. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And then everything should just work as it did before. So give it another compile. Am I missing anything? That seems like it was too seamless. Like I'm not one to complain, of course, but you know, when it's too easy, it makes me kind of nervous. So this is what it looks like right now. Have everything just running in the app manager. So this will just run, I guess. RLTLS update. Okay. And then we hook everything up. So let's give that a try. Please no seg fault. I'm not getting any data, unfortunately. It also feels really laggy. Okay. Oh, geez. Oh, no. Yeah, so this is all just like the audio thread stuff. So that happens sometimes. I still need to figure out why this is not working correctly. So whenever you listen on the audio thread, you get this error. Okay, so error when receiving job data, which makes sense because, yeah, wait, no. Wait a minute. That doesn't seem right. What was the error? Error when receiving job data? Error when receiving job data. It's like it got blocked at some point. It's like it got blocked and it wasn't able to print. Did I not send anything on the receiver? Is that it? So here we have the join handle. So there's update poll. I guess we can have another function, I guess. So public function shut down. So probably needs to be a mutable reference to ourself. That's okay. Self join handle. Join. That's probably okay. What are you waiting for? Cannot move behind self join handle, which is behind a mutable reference. What do you mean? Isn't this how you're supposed to do it? No? Huh? Shut down, shut down, shut down, shut down. Shut down, take. Okay, so we can take it, that's fine. Join. So we want to take, method take, but its trait bounds were not satisfied. Self standard thread join handle does not satisfy standard iterator. Huh? What? You should be able to just do that. Self join handle. Yeah, I mean that's how the join handles work, right? So we just slap it into. I mean, actually, this isn't even a. This isn't an option. Like this will always exist. Otherwise, we panic immediately. Cannot be cloned as either, so. I guess, is this okay? Can we just do it like this? No, you can't do that. Like, it must be. It must be at least this, but then we can't move it out because it's behind a shared reference. Move occurs because self-join handle has type join handle, which is not implemented the copy trait. And then we can't implement copy trait on it because that's an implementation detail. That's not for us to do anything on. So this must be an option, I guess? What? Yeah, I mean, we can make this an option. I mean, that's not a problem. It just seems kind of wrong, right? Like, that's okay, right? Then this one, if we just take, then that should work. You know, unwrap, whatever. Join, unwrap. Eh? And then this needs to be mutable. And then I guess we just trick the compiler into into giving it to us. That's fine. So we kind of like arbitrarily wrap it in an option, I suppose. That seems wrong, but it'll work, right? Expect. That's not how you spell expect. Expect. Unable to take join handle. Then this one is unable to join thread. Yeah, there we go. Expect. Should be fine. Here I'm more interested as to what is happening. So maybe I'm not connected to the right thing. You know what? I'm not connected to the panic signal, so that's probably it. Yeah, let's give this another recompile. Boom, boom, boom. There's your recompile. It's beautiful. Copy over the DLL. And then in Godot, we'll need to our real-time lip sync connect, right? So this is lip sync panicked. Spelled these wrong, by the way. Just kind of realizing that, that's not how you're supposed to do this. Or that's not how I like to do it, at least. So on panic. What does this give me back? I don't remember. On panic. Variance from string, so it's a string. So this is message string, so we just want to print it out. That's easy. So do one of these, boom, running into a bunch of errors. Turn off the lip sync thingy. Shouldn't make a difference, but doesn't appear like anything's happening either. Yeah. Real time lip sync dot shutdown. Let's see if this throws us an error. So shutdown should be like an actual thing that happens. So we'll start up, creates the thread, etc. It's waiting. It's waiting. That's not good. That's not good. All right, so we get stuck. So we just kill the process immediately. So what's happening here is that on shutdown, oh, you know what? We need to send a signal, right? So on shutdown, we'll do this one. All right, so this will be, by the way, unexpected, expected data. This one will send the message here like that, right? So we'll send it and then we'll block and join handle. Let's see, so that should be fine. Let's recompile. One of the most annoying parts about compile languages is that you need to continuously recompile before you can actually do anything. Whereas interpreted language, it's easy. You just send it, dude. It'll just work. Don't worry about it. So this starts the thread just implicitly. Boom. Yeah, okay, so that works. Then object DB instances leaked at instance, but it's not my problem. That's kind of that's the audio server thing, like kind of breaking. So why aren't we getting actual data though? So I should be sending this stuff. So we should be sending job message output data with vowel. Oh, you know what? I need to poll. I forgot. I changed how it works. So we can do RLT. Real-time lip sync. Pull, pill, pull. So that should be fine. And then when we pull, we'll just look for data, right? That's okay. Give that a try. Tracking. Hello, hello, hello. Look, it works. It's beautiful. Wow. It's not really visible to you, but I can see it. Data looks mostly random. Oh, and then we hard crash. That's good. What happened? Array index. So in one of the cow data things, it broke. Huh. And that happened really quickly. Wonder what's going on with that. So let's try that again, see how fast that happens. So array cow data, copy on write data. Would have to assume it's something else rather than, I don't know. I mean, it seems mostly random. I need like a, I don't want to recompile a new build of Godot just to run it in like debug mode. But if we run it in debug mode, it'll give me like good logs. Look, like it's running just fine like this. I don't know what's going on. And we kill it, yeah. The amounts and the estimates are completely wrong though. Just saying. So looking here at job RS, let me see. Peaks average, we don't use J at all. That's fine. Well, we are using J. And then we increment it. What? This seems incorrect. Like this doesn't need to be mutable, sure. This one is used later on. Oh, I guess it's complaining about this part here. So this needs to just be like an F32. Right, like that, okay, that's probably what it's complaining about because we always reassign it later on. Okay, cool. Look, we're fixing things. Wow, that doesn't help at all with this part. Let me see, the amount is always incorrect. You know what? If we want to really check, I can open up the reference program and see if that's also correct. So estimate vowel demo, which is what that's the reference program. Right, we can print out, yeah, we can print out whatever it is, right? I remember they had like a debug print function somewhere, so we can hit it with, well, one, I can fix one of their bugs. That's easy. Is that we will, it's a bug in one of these things. Yeah, I just don't check to see if the recording's active, right? Yeah. What was it? Okay. Yeah, or at least I moved the is recording active call to down here. We don't need to set the formats. Yeah, okay. So this, boom, 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 boom. Believe this is just if set audio sample. So we can move everything back one, like that. Then their thing should be okay. We can print out whatever the data is. Okay, so let's give that a try. So get vowel. Push vowel, current vowel. Well, let's just print out the vowel. Right, we'll hit it with a print. Everyone loves a good print. Print current vowel. Right, we'll run this test project. It's very small. Can't see it, but Hello, hello, hello. So they're getting like actual vowel values. Ah, eh, ooh, ooh, ee, eh, ah, oh, 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 eh. I don't know. Stop. Okay. What is it printing out, by the way? It's printing out something as well. So there's multiple print statements, which is concerning. Print. So there's two print statements. Print. All right, so estimate vowel. I don't care. We can get rid of those. I only want to see what the final value is. Yeah, so I only want to see my final value. So o, a, e, u, a, e, o. I don't know. It kind of works, I guess. Hard to say. The values change, so at the very least my value should be changing as well. And I have based my implementation off of this, so it's something. So their implementation works, my implementation doesn't. So I'm thinking it has something to do with the data that I'm reading, probably. So we look here, the RMS value might be wrong. Yeah, I guess the RMS value might be wrong, because that's how I, or yeah, I don't know actually. Hold on. So when we go to here, what is your problem? We talk about anything. So we always have like a really high amount and a negative estimate. Negative estimate, that's okay with me. But the amount is always 1, so we must be doing some sort of conversion incorrectly. One of my conversions somewhere is incorrect. So let's look up. I think at least on the bright side though, on the bright side, I have a slightly more robust thing. Actually, I that's not true. I haven't checked it yet. Let's turn on the profiler. We'll run it. Boom, 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 boom. Look at that. It's beautiful. Use lip sync. Oh, geez. Okay. So what is the average frame time now? So we're still getting like pretty high spikes. You know what? The spike may not be like my fault, I guess. So let's turn it off. That's fine. So we look at the frame time, I guess. So process time. What is, oh, you know what? I don't think the spikes are my fault. Like I am running this on a thread. So that's not my fault anymore. There's no way, right? Actually, it looks like the process time is actually higher now. Yeah. I don't think that's my fault. I think the Rust code is really, really fast. It must be because of how I'm getting the audio input then, right? Like if I just feed in like total garbage, what happens? There's an interesting idea. All right, So if I just feed in garbage, what happens? Pool byte array. So this needs to be a pool byte array of, I don't know, let's just feed in like a bunch of zeros. 5 zeros, I think. Should be fine. So let's give that a try, and we'll look at the monitor. So there's the monitor. Oh, hard crash. Pool or index array 5 is out of bounds. What are you expecting? Eh? Where? That should have been okay. Job. Where is it? Read 16-bit samples. I don't know, let's give it one more try. We'll add one more. Maybe it's absolutely insane. Maybe that actually means 6. All right, so now we're running it. Monitor. Am I getting any output? Not getting any output. Presumably because it's below the cutoff. But it should be running. So we run it again. No? I'm assuming it's running. Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes we do spike, but that's okay. So these are 8 bits. I don't know. I mean, if they're 8 bits, then they have at least 8s. They can take at least 8, I think. But I forget how big 8-bit values can get. Don't they go up to like 64 or something? So we can talk. We're not getting any output, which is concerning. I don't really know what kind of what's an unsigned, what's a U8 range in C? 255. All right, get ready. I'm about to just pass in a bunch of garbage. 255. You can be a 254. You can be a you can be a 200. You can be a 202. That's convincing, right? Yeah. Very, very normal. All right, so we can start talking, blah, blah, blah. Not getting any outputs, presumably because this is getting caught here. So FFT samples. Oh, you know what? Let's just need more samples. Okay. I don't know, man. I suppose like there's just not enough things here. It's like it doesn't make a difference. So 1024 is pretty high, not gonna lie. I still think it's the recording. It must be the recording, like recording set active, etc. Right, because when we turn that back on, we can see here that the frame time gets really, really high, presumably because of a thread object has been restarted without wait to finish having been called on it. Please do so to ensure correct cleanup of the thread. Like that seems wrong. Like our frame time is, or our process time is 50 milliseconds, which is really high. That's tough, man. That's tough. Like we are also like getting real data. We're not getting a correct amount, like a confidence interval as well. Like that's completely wrong. Current value estimate, push estimate. So when did I get that? So that's here, get value, vowel, not value. So what is the amounts? Amount is just like an input value. Okay, so amount is I wonder if my equation for inverse lerp is incorrect. Like it must be giving me a value that's greater than 1 then. If we're going from, you know, negative dynamic range to 0, 0, and then whatever the RMS gives you, which is in the algorithm calculation. Inverse log. So 1 over 10. Wait a minute. Hold on. What is inverse log 10? Did I calculate? I'm thinking I calculated this incorrectly then. Estimate vowel. How did they calculate their inverse log 10? So inverse log 10. No, that's correct, right? So this is 1 over 10 as an F32 natural logged, which is what they did. That's not log 10, that's natural log of 10. Yeah, so this calculation is correct. Like that should be fine, right? That's the RMS. We can print out the RMS, I guess, if we want. Use GD native. Yeah, I think we just need to print out data occasionally. Because there's things, Godot, there's things that are happening that don't really make a lot of sense to me. So hopefully, once I do this, they should start making more sense, maybe. So here, hit it with another recompile. Go to releases. Copy the DLL over, hopefully. Slap it in here, replace the file in the destination. And then what I'm trying to check is see what the RMS value is when we're doing our inverse lerp, because we're inverse lerping from minus 100. No, it is 100, right? So get vowel as they're doing it is, oh, and actually we don't care. It's this part at the very bottom. So they're clamping from 0 to 1, right? So I'm always getting 1 for some reason. But then they're doing an inverse lerp from negative dynamic range, 0, and then RMS. So what is the lerp equation, right? So linear interpolation, floating points, blah, blah. That is, okay. Inverse lerp, I'm doing all the way down here. So expression is equal to this. So inverse lerp, it just gives you f. We're solving for f. So given some value a to b lerped by or interpolated by f, the equation is a plus f times b minus a, and then linear interpolate, right, is given, you know, a lerp value of that's equal to a plus f times b minus a. Now we're trying to solve for f, right? So we want to solve for f. So we're solving for f. I did this yesterday. So this is L minus A is equal to F times B minus A, right? And then you just can divide out B minus A from both sides. So then this is L minus A divided by B minus A is equal to F. I mean, we can change this thing. Like, we're looking for L. Yeah, I mean, that's it. Yeah, that's exactly it. That's what I have. We're looking for F. We're solving for F. So my inverse lerp equation is correct. Right, that's what I have. L minus A over B minus A, right? Right? Like this one is, this gives you L is equal to A plus F times B minus A, right? Am I dropping frames? No, I think I'm still, no. My other computer that I have open just to monitor myself went down. That's cool. It's tough though. It's tough. So this equation is correct. This gives me L, and then inverse lerp is given L, solve for F. And so given L, which is what lerp gives me, and we can just assume that we don't need to do anything else to it. I don't know why we're doing an inverse lerp, but do we ever lerp in here? Actually, I've never checked. Do we, this is the only lerp. Okay. Then here, inverse lerp. This one, what this is doing, right? So Godot has a more standard, I guess, C-style syntax, whereas Rust is kind of encouraging more function chaining. That's still fine. So that just means we need to read it backwards. So inverse lerp of minus dynamic range, which is -100, or dynamic range is 100, and we just negate that. So from 0, 0 to RMS, yeah, I mean, that's it. That's it. We calculate the RMS. Yeah. Is my calculate RMS function correct? Like that's what I'm most curious about. Like one of these values related to that last calculate vowel call is wrong because it's way too high. Or maybe it's not. Maybe it's whatever I'm passing is also way too high. That could be it as well. So that is RMS 0, and for I in every single value in the input array, which is what I'm doing. Wait, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing. RMS. So for I in data that we don't consume it, we just get an iterator to it. We get that. Ooh, hold on. No, that's correct. Right, pow I raises a number to an integer power. Using this function is generally faster than pow f. Yeah. So multiplying the value against itself is, yeah, that's power 2. Yeah, that's correct. Okay. Then we get the square root of whatever RMS value we calculated here divided by the length of the input array. Then we get the square root of it all, yeah? And then here we get the natural log of RMS times the inverse log 10 times 20, which is then once again set to RMS, and we return it. So our RMS value confirmed, correct. Why is this wrong? Like both of these are correct as well. Get vowel. Let's check get vowel. Get vowel. Where is it? Get vowel. It's not giving me code completion anymore, or even like hints in the editor. Don't know why. All right, so we want to estimate the vowel, of course. Yeah, makes sense. Estimate vowel. So there's estimate vowel. Estimate vowel. So given some sort of input, so they're taking an array structure. I'm just taking a reference to an F32. And by the way, this has just occurred to me. Let's open up the estimate vowel demo, and then we can also profile that as well. So let's give that a try. So go to monitors, process, give it a shot. Go back to the debugger. Don't know why it always goes off of it. Please. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, so it's not my fault, by the way. Running it on the thread is pretty efficient, but even just running it in Rust is already like ridiculously efficient. So there's something going on in Godot 3.4, right? This is Godot 3.4, 3.4.2 even, where recording audio kind of breaks, I think. I might need to look at someone else's implementation of how to record audio, because there seems to be something wrong with that. But I guess the performance isn't my problem. The performance is Godot's problem, but I'm probably doing something wrong on the GD script side. What I don't want to do is have to implement, you know, getting audio manually. That sounds really tough. Because making something like that cross-platform, that doesn't sound like a fun time. Anyways, estimate vowel. So you'll have, we don't use the out parameter here for some reason. We only have peaks, so we'll do self get peaks, blah, blah, this thing. Then we do a check for estimate vowel, seeing if it's 3 or 4, then we'll push the peaks, push peaks as slice, push peaks, what is push peaks? Push peaks. So this gives you a slice, yeah, that looks right. Okay. Then we peaks average, get peaks average. Ooh. That could be part of the problem, but not right now. Because this is working implicitly. Anything that works implicitly is always kind of harder to debug because you're hiding the logic, right, inside of the class, as opposed to, you know, reading top from bottom. Top to bottom, not top from bottom. That would imply reading bottom to top. That's tough though, that's tough. Peaks average as slice, yeah, that's okay. Acceptable. Weird how I'm not able to get this function name. Yeah, like this. These should all be fine. Peaks average. We don't need to print that out, but we could. You know what? Let's print it out. Let's print it out. That's fine. Because we're running into problems, we'll print out just everything. Right? We're getting desperate. We're getting desperate. Peaks average. Distance vowel, because that's what they were doing as well. Let's give this, not this one, let's give this a build. Then here, boom, boom, DLL. Let's see, let's give this a try, and we'll keep an eye on whatever the heck this is. So I can see that the value is definitely changing. Wait a minute. No, it's not. No, it's not. That's not true at all. Ooh? Wait. Hold on. Estimate value is giving me a value of -1. Alright, so I think I've messed up somewhere earlier. That's not good. Somewhere like way earlier in the calculation, something has gone terribly, terribly wrong. So, you know, I'm having a fun time. Having a fun time, having a bad time. It's mostly just a bad time though. Replace the file. What's going on? Ah. So we should be getting like a bunch of re's once I start tracking. Yeah, there we go. So confirmed. I think it's however it's this part here. Estimate val based off of the data. And get val. So it's somewhere like way higher where I'm not properly cleaning the data. So the RMS value, I think that's okay. Okay, hold on. The RMS value that I was getting before, 1.29, something like that. We can give that a try here in estimate vowel demo. So RMS, get RMS, calculate RMS. So we will print out the RMS, give that a shot, record. Oh no. Okay, so that would do it. Is it how I'm doing my, oh, you know what? It's probably this. It's probably this part here. Nah, where is it? Read 16-bit samples is probably wrong. So however I'm doing, whatever I'm doing here is probably mangling all the data, which is not good, by the way. So that's 16-bit. I don't need to like ensure that it's 16-bit. It should always be 16-bit. Although that would be really weird if it wasn't. I know that that's what they're doing in their calculation, or their thing here, right? Is that they always like set the format. Like the format shouldn't ever change, but I guess it might, which would be bizarre. Yeah, I don't quite understand why they do that. We can try it in my thing though. Let's see. So var data is equal to effect get recording data, and then we can do data set format. Grab all this, slap it into my code there, and then welcome to the team. Yeah, there we go. So I don't think that's gonna make much of a difference, but it might. Hello. Set formats in base pool bytes array. Yeah, okay, so this thing, then data. That should be okay. Hello. Nope. So it has something else to do with how I'm passing, or how I'm decoding the data then. So read 16-bit samples. What's going on? So samples, result, that's the same stuff. While I is less than the input stream of bytes, because that's exactly what I'm passing in. It's easy enough to do. Combine low bits and high bits to obtain a 16-bit value. It's something to do with this. I'm just being baffled by it. Or wait. Oh, I did this in the wrong order. Oh no. Okay. There, yeah, you know what? That would do it. 100% would do it. So it's B0. Don't do anything to B0, right? Yeah. How did I get that mixed up? What? How does that happen? That's... You know, I worry sometimes, you know. Am I actually going crazy? Or was I always this stupid? Let's give that another try. Oh wait, that won't do anything. Hold on. Now we need to recompile. Alright. Send it, dude. It feels right. It feels good. Well, I don't know. The value still seems a bit too low, but at least we're no longer just in like the low ones. Now we're in the twos, but that's not, I guess, what I'm expecting from this. So we record here. Yeah, this is like in the negatives. So okay, so we're closer now, I guess. I suppose, like, this feels like it's pretty slow, so this would be an easy way to get like a quick and cheeky speed up. We could always do this on the Godot side, I guess, but that doesn't make any sense. Combine low bits and high bits to obtain a 16-bit value. Low bits and high bits. Let's do this one more time. I've done this before, or I've searched this before. So Rust, combine bits to 8 bits to 16 bits, yeah, something like that. Yeah. Wait. Wait. Is this just backwards? Is that it? Ooh. Press the wrong button. Is that just backwards? Like it should be in this order instead? That's what they're saying they should be doing in C. So, looks pretty close to whatever I'm doing in Rust. Did I just misread how they were doing it in GD script? No. They did it like that, in that order. Maybe they do high bit first and then low bits. I don't know. Let's give it a try though. Hello, hello, hello. No, seems to be about the same. Oh. Seems weird. Something like hard crash. That's unfortunate. Hello, 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 hello. It's not nearly negative enough. So we can undo that, at least on the Rust side. So that's okay. This more closely approximates whatever they're doing. What is this? I don't know. What the heck am I doing? That's a U into 8. They're only shifting by 4 bits? So these are UNT 8s. This is a UNT C. And they're shifting by 4? Combine low bits and high bits to obtain a 16-bit value. What? does all right, let's look it up. Godot bit shift. Bit flags. Yeah, bit shifts. Bit shift. Bit. What are the bit shift operators? So that's, yeah, that is bit shifting, yeah. Yeah. Okay. I'm doing it in the right direction. Like, it must be how I'm reading the samples. That's the only thing I can think of. Right, the RMS value is right. The normalization stuff I'm not worried about, but maybe I should be. There's the normalization function. Let's go through this one more time. So normalize. Some value n, but I don't need the value n. We can just iterate through the data directly. So we go through every single part of the data, and then Vmax is the max of Vmax and whatever integer this is, and then Vmin is the same, min max of the same value, yeah. Then we have D, which is equal to Vmax minus Vmin, and then D is equal to 1 over diff if diff is not 0, otherwise it's just 1. Then for I in, you know, sample array, which is the input on their side, we'll grab the value, sample array, then it's direct value minus the minimum times D. Yeah, that's okay. Not worried about that. Smoothing could be something here. So n is the size, then for 0 to n, we do data before could be this. This looks suspect. That looks suspect. Where do we use smoothing? It's not used here, it's used here. Smoothing. Because we need to have some data available in order to run the smoothing function. Huh. What else are they doing then? Maybe I just forgot something as well. That's very possible. Wouldn't be the first time. So we grab the RMS. Yeah. We grab the data and we... Okay. Yeah, that'll do it. Yeah. If we just cut out half the values, then yeah. Man, how is he so smart? I'm not happy about that. I'm not happy about that. It's okay though. All right. We'll just pretend that didn't happen. How did I get that mixed up? Oh, this just in. Highly paid programmer doesn't know how to read. All right, one more time. Once more with feeling. Hello, hello, hello. All right, that didn't make a difference. Maybe. Yeah. I mean, the RMS value is changing, but the other parts don't seem to do anything. But at the very least, that should be slightly more correct, I guess. Actually, how does array slice work in Godot? So Godot array slice. Give me the deets. Slice. So is it inclusive? Oh, lower and upper indexes are inclusive. Oh, it's inclusive. So this should be, this is exclusive. Thinking. So if those are inclusive, then this should be valid. Yeah. Anytime we slice, we need to actually add one on the Rust side. That's a bit tough. It's weird. Weird how they slice it, like they slice it inclusively. It's just bizarre. Yeah. That might be it. I don't know. Let's give that another compile and see if it changes anything. Looks good. Feels good. It shouldn't make any difference, but we'll try it one more time, just in case. Because I don't have a script doing this for me. I'm just doing it manually. Alright, so looking at the values. Nope. Still looks pretty wrong. Yeah. We're looking at this value. Yep. Still, it's a +2 value, which is not correct. I'm pretty sure whatever we're doing in read 16-bit samples, that's correct. We're also slightly correcting the slicing logic here by adding a +1 basically to everything except for this, which is, you know, they've explicitly -1, so we'll just use this value here, right? Oh, and actually, like, this doesn't need to be as an F32. We can just do it as like a direct like size. That'll be okay. Because whenever we slice, that is exclusive, right? Huh. Filter 1095. Data iter mute. That's all right. We normalize again. RFFT. True, false. Lifter 26. Then RFTT. False, false. Times 25 as usize +1 to vector. Yeah. We slice it into ourselves once again. We get a mutable slice one more time. Then we get the power of all of these. What is pow I in GD scripts? Godot math. Yeah. Give me the math. What is pow? Pow, 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 pow. Pow. So it returns the base raised to the power of exponents. Yeah. Yeah. Base raised to the power of exponent. Base raised to the power of exponent. Yeah. We normalize. NRM/RMS. That's the minimum of dynamic range to the max of the RMS to dynamic range, or RMS plus dynamic range, both of these. My RMS value, right? Hold on. Wait, that was it, right? Like it was the RMS value that was wrong? Hold on. I think I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, so the RMS value here. Hello, hello, hello. That's the RMS value. And then my RMS value was wrong, right? Yeah. My RMS value, let's give it another compile. I haven't really changed anything. Oh, don't do anything here. Cargo build. I guess we did build something. So, targets, release, DLL, slap this into here, replace the file. So we're still printing out the RMS value. Not this one, I don't care. This one. Run it. Yeah, my RMS value is actually still very wrong. Okay, yeah, okay. So it's something with the RMS value. What exactly it is, I'm not sure though. But it feels like I should be getting not that value. Like you should, like this is valid rust, right? This is valid rust. The only thing I can think of is if the initial values are just wrong, right? So if I hit it with like a Godot print, like data, 0. Give that a recompile. And then we can just compare the first value to whatever first values we get from the pure GD script implementation. It must be something with how I'm converting between Godot and whatever my stuff is, right? Hello, 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 hello. Yeah, that seems okay. Then with you, it should be sample array 0, right? Then we run you. Hello, 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 hello. Hello, hello, hello. These seem to be very different actually, right? So I am getting values above 1, whereas this one is values from 1 to 1. Am I missing something there? Like that seems to be pretty important. I'm missing something very important here. So how do I get values from 1 to 1 then? And how do I ensure that the value is always from 1 to 1? Convert to -1 to 1 range. 3, 2, 7, 6, 8. Nervous laughter. It's something here. Like, let's add it to do. There's something wrong with this function here. This is returning values that are not in range, -1 to 1, right? I think that's the biggest problem, right? I can see here that I actually I have a lot of values which are like outside of the range of 1. I just don't know what this is doing. Like, according to this, I should just be bit shifting. Like that. So B, what is the pipe operator, by the way? I always get confused. GD scripts. What things do you got? Not this one. No. What do you got? What do you got? What do you got? Where are they? Give me the operators. What is the pipe? Pipe is bitwise or... I don't really know what that means. But I'm assuming that I'm doing this in the wrong order according to C. But that's how their implementation works. You know what? I'm gonna call it a day. Thanks for tuning in. I will be live on Sunday. Just continuing to bang my head against this. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. You know, if you haven't given the channel a follow already, I highly encourage you to do so. I stream Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays from 7 to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, and on Wednesdays from 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Time. Either working on games or working on this thing. So that was me trying to figure out what the difference between my implementation and the GDScript implementation was for lip syncing. But, you know, here's a Discord if you're interested. There's more information in my profile. Here's the repo for the bot. Here is my GitHub. Look at that. All this code is free and open source. That's pretty much the only stuff I work on, really. Look at that. Wow. Actually, no one was able to random an animal either. There's the duck. Oh, you know what? I'm realizing that I exported this wrong. So there's no, there's none of the fancy animals. There's really only the duck and the mushroom. Oh, that's easy to put back. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. Yeah, that's gonna be it. No raid. I'm tired. Brain is broken right now. Anyways, goodbye.